We could talk about her and where you met up with her because that's kind of a neat story. But we should probably get. Well, let me mention your shows in the area, and then we'll get another song. Um, Closest show for us will be February 16th at the Neighborhood Theater in Charlotte, and then you guys come back the first week in March, March 2nd, at the Grey Eagle in Asheville. There are other shows through the Carolinas in between, and you can find that at the website or online. But February 16th in Neighborhood Theater, March 2nd, the Grey Eagle in Asheville. It's Chatham County Line playing live today.
Way down yonder in the well, a secret I'll never tell. Way down yonder in the well was the son of a dynasty, but I fell far from the tree. Wayward son of a dynasty, fell for a girl in a town. She lived on a road and I didn't go down. Fell for a girl in the town. She wore a little white dress, her dark skin a deep caress. She wore a lily white dress. And down at the courthouse square, let them all stop and stare. Down at the courthouse square. He's a friend of mine. What she said broke my heart and mind. He was an old friend of mine. It ain't just sticks and stones. Words cut right to the bone. It ain't just sticks and stones. Found him in the light of the moon, and the 44 hammered on a tune. The blood ran like we danced by the light of the moon. Sharecroppers sang a working tune. Two young lovers bound in a line. Down yonder in the well, secret I'll never tell. Way down yonder in the well.
WNCW live from Studio B, Chatham County Line. That one's called Way Down Yonder. So the first song was all sunshiny, and you put us into the darker side, huh?
Well, life has its dark passages, does it not?
Yeah, that's cool. That's a good song.
Thank you.
You mentioned Rachel Moore, who produced this record. There's kind of a cool story about how you met her.
Yeah, friend of a friend. Just be nice to people, ladies and gentlemen. You never know how a friend's going to come back and haunt your life in later days. We have a good friend that, for many years, if you saw us at the Grey Eagle on our Christmas tour, he came and played drums with us. That's Mr. Zeke Hutchins. Good friends with somebody that hooked us up with this gig. We are not actors. John is the best looking one of us. He could be an actor, except for he needs a better car, I think. But maybe you'll act first and get a better car.
Okay.
But we ended up playing the A-Team in the George and Tammy TV series. John, maybe you can tell more about this while I catch my breath.
Yeah. Okay. It was a wonderful experience. We got cast as the A-Team, and and in the Quonset hut, they recreated the Quonset hut, the famous Quonset hut. That there was a lot of the Nashville recordings back in the day there, and of course, being there with Jessica Chastain and Michael Shannon, being able to sit front row and watching them work, and so I played Harold Bradley, and Dave played Pig Robbins. Greg was cast in the role, but he played a different part as part of George Jones's the Possum Holler Boys. So he was in one of the club scenes, but playing piano. So while we were in the studio, we were there for about 2 weeks doing the filming, and that's where we met Rachel. And I remember just seeing her work and getting to know her, because Dave playing Pig Robbins, he'd be at the piano, and so during the breaks and everything, we'd all huddle around the piano and chat, and that's where we really got to know her. And it was just amazing. And she was T-Bone Burnett's right-hand woman, I guess you could say, a protege of his. And so we were inspired watching her work, and I remember talking to Dave and saying, we were discussing, like, wouldn't it be a great idea to have her produce the record? And so next thing you know, here we are.
Yeah, careful what you wish for.
That's right.
I think you kind of hinted at it, but I was reading in an interview somewhere, excuse me, just being in the studio watching those people work, actors and creative people, and sort of learning from them and applying it to your craft. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, artists seeing another artist work in a different medium is so awe-inspiring and just inspiring. We got to see how Michael Shannon, Jessica Chastain, and all the other actors would go from, just shooting the breeze on the couch and laughing and having a cup of coffee to getting psyched up, like Michael Shannon would get real intense and pull this energy from inside him, and they would say, rolling, and it would just hit. Wow. And it was magical. And, you sitting there as a musician, you're saying, when I get my chance to go in the studio, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to futz around. I'm going to take this seriously. This is what we do with our lives. And I think you hear it all over the record.
Yeah, that's cool. Did you get like acting lessons? Were you or no?
Just
stand in the corner.
Observation.
Yeah, just osmosis.
Yeah.
Learned a lot.
Yeah, that's fun.
Watching, yeah, of course. Front row seats. It was
Front
amazing.
row, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So we're talking about Chatham County Line, the brand new record, which is called Hi-Yo, and shows coming up in our listening area from February 16th, which is, what day is that? It's someone will figure it out. And then March 2nd at the Grey Eagle up in Asheville.
Yeah,
And,
that's a Saturday.
okay, and shows in between throughout the Carolinas. Is there a bigger tour coming, or is it?
Definitely going to do the East Coast. I think those tour dates have been announced. I think next week we're going to announce our West Coast tour, and just some great festivals that we can't talk. We could talk about Merle Fest, but a couple more on the horizon that we're really excited to be a part of.
I wonder, how's your audience changed? How's your audience, as your music evolves? What's happening with you?
We added drums 3 years ago, and it's no one, they noticed, but they didn't notice. People are so excited to see us living, breathing, and playing the music that we've been creating for decades now, that they'll take it almost any way they can get it, and they just love the new band. They love that we're excited about it. You can see it on our faces, and we're loving it right now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. All right.